Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community, Albion Online. Today is Tuesday, the 14th of January, 2020, and I'm your host, Shozen, and with me today, as always, is my co-host, Bogul. How are you doing today, Bogul?
Hello, sir. I'm doing quite well. I'm a little sick, but things happen. Things have to get done nonetheless. And we are here with, I think, the kickoff of, how do we call this? Crazy Week? The Burning World Week? I don't know.
The invasion of Carleon. I think we can officially call it the invasion of Carleon now. It seems as if there's some invasion coming. These forces are attacking our portal, just assaulting it over and over and over again, as if they were some giant force to be reckoned with. But nah. Nope, we just got some guy who's squeaking about it. No, Bogle. It's the invasion of Carleon.
Yes.
And we got a new video today.
But it's Newbie Tuesday, and we are supposed to talk about stuff that is relevant for new people. And today we wanted to talk about migrating your stuff for Queen, or getting ready as well as you can, so that you are prepared once Queen hits. Now, we want to get through the news, though, because it's quite important. I think we should put this a little bit into context and talk about two things first before we talk about the new announcement.
Yeah, we have a couple of things here. We have, let's see, let's go through our PSAs quickly.
Sure.
What we have is the schedule for the week. There's invasions every day besides today, right? Today's the day off. Today's your invasion-free Tuesday.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, because tomorrow, invasion. Thursday, invasion. Friday, invasion. Saturday, end of season.
Yeah. I mean,
and
planning.
Sunday,
I suppose it's planning a guild meeting day. Yeah, we will have a reset day starting tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, 3 days, and then on Sunday we have the end of season event. And if my memory serves me right, usually when something big like this happened, usually guilds have their guild meetings on one of their days to put everybody in one room, discuss the strategy, discuss the plans for the big thing that's happening the week after. So that's I wish I was in a big guild, Shozen. I wish I was.
I have that feeling too, Bogle. We've been talking about this all day, this like anticipation that's going on, where we've been talking about how we would move stuff all day.
Yeah.
And we were reminded of how much fun it was to actually lead a guild and be prepared for one of these types of events. And it reminds us so much of release. It reminds us of those days where we would get that 27-page document and prepare way too much for like 3 days, when what you really needed was to work for 2 weeks or a month. And today, one of the things we're going to talk about with this, as we talk about migration, is the idea is, you know what? You might not want to sprint to the end on all this. It might be a good idea to take it a little bit slower. Have some preparation. Have an idea of what you want to do before you get to sprinting out into the outlands with your entire livelihood strapped to the back of some giant ox. Like, it might be helpful to have a little bit of a plan. And we're going to talk about that. But again, more PSAs. The Outlands report on the lore as the invasion has gone on. This was actually really well written. Bogle had a segment he wanted to read yesterday, and then he didn't put it aside. And then I didn't tell him to put it aside today for him to read either. So he's not going to read that again today. But it was really well written, and Bogle was, I believe the term he used, it's it was really nice to see a native English speaker write something. And then I reminded him that I wrote something and that I'm a native speaker. And he was like, no, some of you can speak well. And it was...
What? I've never said such things, Shozen. No.
You said something like that. It was similar. It was painful.
See, it's just... See, if you're good and this is even better, wow, this is so awesome, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, it's very good. He enjoyed it. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, it has some background lore, some information. It is from Rex the Red, the infamous Outlands explorer, and apparently he's traveling with the brother of Handsome Jim, who's like smelling bad and Smuggler Pete or something. And that's a funny thing, a good thing to read, and definitely to take a look at. But that sort of thing talked also about the new big bad boys, the constructs that we have been seeing for a while, the new world bosses that give season points and might be one of the factors that play a role in the remainder of the season for a few days. But these appear in the new video as well. And I suppose that's the lead into the news that we get today.
Yeah, today's the big... We do have some new news today. We have a nice video and a little bit of an article. They're kind of connected. Bogul, do you want to pull up the article, The Battle for Carleon?
Yes, it's up in the background. I'm showing the thing. And apparently the invasion, the Avalonian invasion, has grown more and more deadly. And more enemies are appearing. And now it's time to defend Carleon, working for the Dawn.
The Dawn Carleon of Carleon, who wants you to defend the city for your own well-being and your own prosperity in the future.
Yeah, that guy.
Wow. So will you be doing this kind of character on Fanfic Friday? Is this the guy we hear about or hear from?
Well, I feel like I need to... It's an important character, and I didn't think about doing it really until like today, when we heard it on the video, which we'll show in just a moment. And I was like, I can do that. And I was like, maybe over the week, what I'll do is I'll continue to practice it a little bit, and then what we'll do is have it for Friday. Yeah. Like I'll do a full segment on Friday in that voice. Well, maybe like 5-7 minutes, try to do something funny, maybe even pre-scripted or something like that. And I think that if I practice it all week long, that'll be good.
All right, cool. Okay. Well, we will be trying that. And in the meantime, there is something to report, specifically on Sunday, January 19th, the end of season event will be the Battle for Carleon. And at 21 UTC, apparently waves of invaders will attempt to breach one of the Carleon Outland portals. Now,
one of them?
There's only one. But...
well, see, that's weird to me, because to me there's a lot of Carleon Outland portals. They're all over Mercia, right? And that if you were defending them, you'd defend all of them, and then they would fall one by one until they were all gone. And then there would be the one portal into the city. But I could be wrong. Maybe they're picking one. This is one of those situations where, again, it's the wording. I just don't know.
I mean, I understand this as that the stuff will be happening in Carleon, since it's the battle for Carleon. So that's one clue. The other clue is that it says the Baron of Carleon, the Dawn, will supply players with limited free gear sets in order to defend the city. So that
that's
decided to give away my bags to players to throw at mobs.
I wonder where he's getting all that free gear, Bogul.
Well, I hope he pays for that. I hope the people who supply that gear are well rewarded. But apparently you can get free stuff and try out your luck with dealing with big bosses or something on Sunday. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I I hope it's a really cool event. We've seen some events occur in the past. Like we've done some beta events. When we went from alpha to beta, there was an event. When we went from beta to release, there was another event. I believe in the middle of the betas when they blew up, middle of alphas when they blew up the world the first time, there was an event. There's been some cool castle events during the early times where you fought things in a different way than you were generally fighting them. And that was a lot of fun. And so we have a one-time event that you get to be a part of, which you know is going to be the end of the portal. Like we know it's going to happen. We know we're going to lose, right? We know it's a losing battle. That's why they're giving you free gear, because they know it's not fair. Like they don't want to like hype it up in a way that says, go out and get your best 8.3 masterpiece gear. Make sure that it's really well shiny polished and go out there and die for no reason. No.
What?
That's not going to happen. That's
all right.
Like, go take your gear, have fun, and do something enjoyable, because unfortunately I'm a prognosticator of future events, and I have a feeling that no matter how hard the Dawn works to defend this city, that portal is going to fall.
Yeah. Probably.
That portal is gonna fall.
I also wanted to make one little correction, because Twitch chat was, as always, perfect with correcting us. Twitch chat said that the information is very clear, because attacks on other Carlian portals escalating in intensity will follow. So the
starting at 1 UTC, the first one
21,
occurs.
yeah.
21. Oh, yeah, 21 UTC. My bad. And then each additional, like maybe portal prime time. That'd be a good guess.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
I'm honestly thinking it's just a bunch of mobs who will spawn there, and then people will be like trying to go to the Outlands, and then we'll be surrounded, and they will be like, oh shit, and then turn around and go like, I think we have a problem. But okay. Video time.
Yeah, this is, I gotta say, I like these videos a lot. But all right, let's play the video.
Let me put this full screen so I don't see your face, and I need to remove the Albion thing.
Go ahead and mute me as well.
And there we go.
They're becoming stronger. We can no longer hold them back. Carlion will fall. But milord, everyone is evacuating Carlion. Soon there will be nobody left to defend the city. For the sake of Carlion, I hope you're right. For our sake, I hope you're right.
There you go. All right. We're back, Shozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Interesting. So, do we have to play this again, or do we want to go all over this first? What do we do?
Wait, are we going all over it? What do you mean by going? Do you want to look at parts of it? Like when we break it down like we did the last one, where we go Star Wars style and talk about the energy and the guys, or like there's some comments in chat that we could read?
I think we should watch it one more time and then pick up some comments from chat and then talk about it. Let's do that.
Okay.
They're becoming stronger. We can no longer hold them back. Carlion will fall. Everyone is evacuating Carlion. Soon there will be nobody left to defend the city. For the sake of Carlion, I hope you're right. For our sake, I hope you're right.
Wow. Okay. We watched it 2 times. That's what all good internet shows do with trailers.
Yeah, you have to watch them more than once, right?
Yes.
All right.
And then we get to dissect this for like 2 hours.
Okay. Well, we're not going to do that for 2 hours because I really want to set some time aside for the show. We're going to maybe spend the next 5 minutes talking about this.
All right.
Because we got to spend at least 10, 15 minutes talking about moving safely. That's super important that we get that out there. Because when I was just chatting in global and in English chat, I could tell that people don't have a freaking clue what's going on with moving their stuff at all. Like, no.
Well, a lot of people might not need to.
I'm scared. And so I want to do my civic duty.
Okay. So my 2 comments I have for this video is, first things first, I thought that giant metal crystal thing was talking when the video started. I was surprised that it's actually one of the, how do you call this, henchmen from the black market dude.
Yeah.
And secondly, the obvious thing is, wow, that guy is speech impaired.
Speech impaired. That's very kind. That's very kind of you to say. I think Torther would have other words for him. Deep cut there. Deep cut. I might get in trouble for being offensive just for saying I would describe him in the way that Torther might. Oh, geez, really? I like this video. I like the tone that it sets. I really like the idea of this Don who doesn't care, who doesn't feel the pressure of this invasion, who doesn't believe it. That's a good lore to me. I like the tone that it sets. But I do feel that voice goes against the tone of the video and almost against the tone of the game, because we have a very serious style of game here. I mean, it has maybe a cartoon drawing, it's cell shaded and stuff, but the tone of the game has been pretty dark and, serious.
I didn't think about it this way yet.
When you have a Don in a city called Carleone, and Don Carleone is the most famous Don in the history of like fiction, like maybe even in reality as well. The way he talks is so
you would have expected different.
Yeah, even if it wasn't words and it was still like something that was designed to talk like that. But the squeaking is just, it really threw me off. Now, when I first heard this, I thought, well, maybe I can do that and turn that voice into actual words and read what he's saying so that there's actually the tone of the character is still held.
To be kind of like this, and not really caring, being like a snotty little guy who doesn't really give a shit.
Wow.
But like at the same time, I was like, ooh, that's really grating, and that's not something I would want to hear if I was listening to the video. I would hate that guy.
I wouldn't want to defend him, shitty.
And
I think it was super funny. I was taken, I looked at this, and the first time I heard him go like this, I just started laughing out loud. So to me, it sort of served that purpose of giving you some sort of kick or draw, which is awesome. At the same time, I don't really care too much about that voice, but I know you're a big voice acting fan, so I will follow your advice there.
Somebody just said, see, Shozen is that voice. Yeah, I actually did it, but without words. They did finally get me to do it. It's 20 minutes of that. Funstealer wants 20-minute video of that. I don't know. That would be.
Well,
wait. Okay, best comment so far in chat. I don't know how they got leaked audio of King Mojo shot calling after 4 bottles of red wine. So close to real, like. Wow. He had to stop drinking wine. Let me put it that way.
Wow.
Yeah. But I like the idea of practicing that character and doing something with it and making it feel a little bit more like the movie version and seeing what I can do with that for you guys maybe towards the end of the week. And I'll try the character out a few times, see if I can't. Maybe I'll watch The Godfather for 20 minutes or something.
Okay. So we can expect a Shozen version of the video on Friday?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have we'll do the fanfic thing and you can ask me questions and I'll answer as the Don. Try to figure out what motivates the Don other than turkey legs and gold.
Well, I'm happy for one that we get to see new stuff, and videos are always awesome, so I'm very happy about that. One thing I wanted to bring up is that I need some confirmation on a rumor that I've heard recently, and I don't know if it's a good place for us on this show to put out rumors. I don't know if chat knows because I haven't tried it on the test server and it is down. If you go to the new Outlands, the trade hubs in the Outlands, there are these guards that used to be next to the dude in, or that are still next to the dude in Carleon. You can see them here, these huge guys, and these are standing around at the the small trading outposts that will be in the new map. And we were told in the beginning that the black market is not supposed to go anywhere. It's supposed to stay in Carleon. And a change of that idea would be very big news to me personally from a player perspective. But I don't know. It would be interesting whether or not putting black market NPCs in these cities would be a thing. I don't know. Have you heard anything about that? Has chat heard anything about that?
I heard rumors floating around in the mod chat. Somebody asked, "Hey, what's the deal with this?" Right? And somebody said, "Well, you have seen the black market guys out there in the outpost cities, right?"
Yeah, but we were specifically told that that's not supposed to be the case.
Damn, Elsa.
Yeah, that's I guess my point is, Elsa, please finish writing these information articles already. Everybody is really curious about all the details. Please, because there's a bunch of unanswered questions and everybody's like, but I need to plan this, I need to write this down, I'm not conflict, I only have the weekend. So we were promised a bunch of information about the specifics, the details, the exact rules, for example, for the hideout placement, when you can place them, migration stuff, all these kind of things are supposed to be released this week. But the week is already, 20% over? So, Elsa, if you can hear me.
It's more than 20% over Bogul. It's 40% over.
What day is today?
Tuesday.
That's not 40%.
2 out of 5.
I'm counting 7 for a whole week.
Oh, okay. Well, when we don't release news on Saturday unless it's news specifically stating on April 1st that they're going to be doing something crazy like instituting a reputation system and kicking out everybody who's ever ganked in Albion out of all the major cities. That's the only time they've ever made a Saturday announcement, and it was on April blankety blankin 1st, and it was something that kicked me out of the cities for a month. I did not believe they were doing it. I thought it was a goddamn joke. It was on a Saturday, Bogul.
You're still mad about it, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad. I love him for it. It was good stuff.
I mean, it's a good segue into thing I wanted to mention, because there will be amnesty for low reputation guys. We wanted to talk about migration, and that's one of the things we haven't talked about yet, that players who have bad rep from PKing too much in the Outlands will have their rep readjusted to minus 15,000, so they can move in the yellow and red zones in an attempt to give everybody a chance to relocate once Queen hits. And I think we wanted to talk about this relocation business that will happen soon.
Yeah. This is important for a lot of players. I was talking to some well-known players who are very good at planning, and they had some ideas about what they were hearing was going on in the world. When I started, talking in general chat a couple days ago about this, I instantly noticed that people have no idea how this works, what's going to happen, and how they go about doing it. And then in another chat, a chat which name I'm not even going to mention because I don't want to embarrass any specific group of people, they talked about how their islands would move, and in order to move these islands, they would need to tear them down and then build them in another location, and then they'll go. And then that was just incorrect. So I'm just telling Bogul.
Yes.
I'm just telling you what I read.
Okay.
And so I had to go and check and make sure that I knew how this worked, because I was like, no, that's not. I'm pretty sure this is not right. I'm either reading this wrong or something's going on here. Let's figure this out. So I went and I got the best information that I could find, and I started making plans for people.
You made plans for other people?
What? Yes, Bogul. This is what I used to. Bogul, what was my job in Vendetta? It was to move stuff. My job,
I think
in Vendetta,
was
to get stuff.
But sure.
Mostly it was to give good speeches at the end of every guild meeting and make sure that everybody followed the rules and donated. Guys, donate to your officers. Donate to your officers. They work hard for the money. They put in the money. They put in the time. All right, but no, Bogul, I started looking at it, and it turns out, you get a free move with the Queen update for an entire month, all the way until February 20th. You get the opportunity to move your island, move your guild island, move any guild alt islands, move any of your alt islands to a new city of your choosing, to a new lock where you want to live. That's for everybody. That's not just for people in Carleon who are having their city destroyed and its value removed from its current situation. It's going to change. We don't know exactly what's going to change there, but some people are going to have some value lost over there. You know what I'm saying? Some people are going to sell their bags, if you know what I'm talking about, with all these new black markets in other cities out there.
I think business will be great because I have a bunch of stuff stocked up, and then everybody will be busy in the Royals and trying to get into the Outlands, and nobody will be selling stuff to the black market, and I will just be making bank. So that's what I'll be doing.
You get that option. But so as I was saying, Bill, everybody gets this one free move for a month. Any of their islands, no matter what kind of island it is. And I was thinking, Bogul, let's explain to these new players how you get this done and what are some safe ways to do it. Because what I've heard a lot about is somebody saying, oh, my guild is telling me where to go. I'm going to go there on day one and I'm going to be ready to go. And we're moving to Fort Sterling. And I'm like,
why not? That sounds like a plan.
But do you know what's going on at Fort Sterling?
I don't know. Where's Blue
Do you
Army
know
going?
what's going on around the world of Fort Sterling before people even get there? And now I'm not as concerned about the larger guilds, Bogul, because the larger guilds, if they make a mistake on day one, that's their own bad, right? That's the mistake that they made. That's the thing that they chose to do by going there and getting all 2,746 members of their alliance to all move to Fort Sterling on day one with all of their islands and all their guild islands and all their stuff, and they're ready to go. And they don't care what they face on the other end of that portal because they're brave, strong men who will fight any force that tells them to leave that area. They're there for good. But you know what? If you have a 60-man guild, Bogul, and you have this idea that you want to find the right place for your guild, not just any place, not the place that you can get to first, but the one that is most to your skill level and will give you the best content for what you need. The best thing to do, Bogul, it's not to move your island on day one. It's to bring sets to where you believe you want to fight from first. enough sets to fight for a week if you need to. Move them by mammoth or horse or whatever method is best for you to that city. And be prepared to fight from that city until you can get through that portal, find a land on the other side, move yourself an ox over there, get yourself not a tier 1 hideout, but a tier 2 hideout. Something that you can actually say feels like it's going to stay there for a while. Something semi-permanent. Once you have that something semi-permanent, then you can start talking about bringing everybody's home from wherever they live and using up that one-time move. You get one. It's like Spider-Man, Bogul. You get one. Although I think we've had 4 Spider-Man.
So you're saying preparation is important? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So from this epic long speech, I heard a few things. One, figure out where you want to go, because you need to figure out where your friends want to go and your guild wants to go. Assuming you know that, sort of scout first and prepare your move, and don't click move as soon as you can. Make sure that everybody is on the same page and in agreement that you want to be there. Okay, that's
right.
That's
Yeah, like get a foothold first. Like, because if my worry about some of these smaller guilds is if, say, for example, my guild, and I'm going to use my guild as an example here. It's a smaller guild. It's a family-friendly guild. We have some hardcore players. We have some more casual players. We're only about 75 guys and kids and wives and families, but there's about 60 who can show up to a good ZVZ. They got a good fighting force. They really want to fight hard on these days. They will bring 40 every time, 60 on a good day. But you know what they can't do? Beat 100.
Oh, interesting.
Even on a good day, even with the debuffs, if 100 people come smack them, it's generally just going to be too much for them. And I don't want that guild, my guild, to go to their new city, we'll say Fort Sterling, and then go through the portal and then find out on the other side of that portal is Arch. All 30 guilds of Arch, all 30 good guilds of Arch. Because I don't know if you know this, Bogul, but Arch pared down 45 guilds from their alliance, kicked them all out, said we're only keeping the ones who bring the players and bring the ZVZ and bring the bang. Only the good guilds stay in Arch now. Really? It's like Daddy, but bigger. It's called Big Daddy. And they are going to revolutionize the Arch system. And I don't want my guild to go through to that portal and find 700 Arch sitting there just ganking the portal every time we want to go to town to sell our black market goods, because we don't live near the center. We live on the outskirts with phrasing.
Well, you could join Arch or make friends with phrasing. How about that?
But we want to remain independent.
Oh.
And so we want to find an area where we can find other guilds our size that we can fight against, because I believe they're going to be there. But I don't want to risk my entire guild's kit and caboodle, their entire bankroll, the piggy bank from 2 years of playing the game. I don't want to bring it all and be forced to live there. If we get to the other side, bang our head against a wall for 5 days and say, this is too much, we should have gone to Limehurst.
Interesting. So, okay, so how many sets do you need to figure out whether
20.
or not... Whoa, 20. Okay.
20 fighting sets plus your gathering sets. And I think they shouldn't all be the same set either. You should have, that should be your mixed sets, and that's just my thoughts right off the top.
You're dying a lot, man, before you figure out.
Well, no, they're mixed sets. You have your PvE set, you have your PvP set, you have your big ZVZ set for high numbers, you have your low ZVZ set for low numbers. If you plan on crystaling, bring some sets with you for crystals. Robin Hood says, shut up, Shozen, know your role in ZVZ and bring your one set and shut the F up. You have one role. Hit that run button and put the carpet out for us all to get to where we need to go. Don't think you're going to be funny with your damn curse staff out there. It's not going to happen. You get one set. And
wow. I suppose that's good advice, yeah. I will follow that
your role.
And take 20 arcane sets to one place, sure. Okay, so, but what if I am in a huge, large super guild? I just get told where to go and I don't need to think? right? That's the one thing. But if I'm a solo player who might not want to live in a hideout, what do I do? Do I just do I change anything because I live outside of Fort Sterling anyway?
But here's what you can do, and this is one of the things I was talking to you about as well, is that even if you're a solo player and you have your certain style of gameplay that you have, and you use the black zones now, like they are still a part of your gameplay, even though you're solo, or not even just solo, but we'll say small scale, like 3-5 people. You know, you have your tight group of friends. You don't live in a guild world where you're going out with 20 people. You're going out with 2 or 3. You're a tight knit family oriented group. You know, you have you and daddy go out and they do ganking together. And I suggest don't move anywhere right away. Move around a lot. Find out the places around that you like. Go and do that thing that you do in whatever city you can find. All the cities, really. Just go out and actually whatever one is not Arch. Don't go out and do the Arch one. I think it's gonna be full. You don't want to be there.
I mean, if you're a
find one that
ganker,
seems to have,
if you're a small-time ganker and you want content, you want a lot of easy targets, is Arch an option, or is that not?
Well, Arch would be an option. Well, here's the thing: is you have to balance the number of targets that you want with the strength of the targets that you're looking for, and try to find a nice balance. Because what you don't want to do is go through the portal, like if you're a solo small guild group, go through the portal with the least number of people on the other side to fight, because everybody who lives in that portal all have focused towards the center of the map. Say it's all big guilds are out there in that portal lock, right? Say you have the same portal lock as Conflict and Blue Army and I don't know what's another squawk guild that's of any size or import. I would say Aggressor, but that one might be gone by the time release comes out. Just going from past history, it's been 2 weeks. It's if you don't want to go through and find guilds like that on the other side either, because you won't get a lot of good targets. Those players are going to go in groups together. They're going to know what they need to do, and anytime you would get some good targets, while they might be juicy, the risk is really high. So yeah, maybe moving towards Arch or even something mid-tier like Ego or Phrasing, or even I don't want to say Arrow 404 right now, because I feel like they don't, like as a solo guild, I think they're going to be moving to a different area. But like CIR and Poe, for example, there are a lot of mid-tier guilds in Poe who will be moving back and forth through the Poe area where you can pick off those guys.
Interesting. I mean, I suppose we will spend a good time of reporting in regards to who owns what, because this will be much more important with the new map and the new layout, figuring out who settled where and who sort of tries to insert control over various areas. But I suppose that gives me an idea. I jokingly said that if you're in a big guild, you don't need to think because somebody wrote a 20-page document for you already. Another tip I suppose we had is that you might want to, put a little bit of thought into what you bring. But you mentioned that, and I think that applies for everybody. It's this mentality of figure out where you are, then decide if you want to stay, and be prepared for sort of an prolonged operation where you don't have a lot of assets potential, because you don't know, how good the markets will be. You don't know how good your supply options are if you're making stuff yourself. You don't know if there's a random cartel happening on day one or something weird. So be prepared. Look, you said 20. I think that might be a bit much, but better be.
Well, here I sent you a link of another well-prepared individual who's getting ready for moving. This is what he's bringing with him. He's not bringing his whole world with him. He's bringing a competent fighting collection. And I think that's a good set to bring.
Wait, that is 10 weapons, I see. A bunch of tools. All right. Oh. Can you explain that? Or is that just... to me, that's like 10 sets.
It's about 10 sets.
With 6 sets.
Yeah, with different armor. Like I said, it's 10 deaths in different ways, but he has multiple sets in there so that he has different ways to play in like different situations. He's got multiple options in case something has to change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think you should do, is be prepared, but don't bring everything you've ever owned with you. If you bring everything you ever owned with you, you're setting yourself up for a really bad situation. Maybe it could be bad. Like, it's not like the worst thing that happens if you don't move your stuff till day 4 is you didn't have the proper mount that you wanted when you went out and ZVZ'd once. You had to go buy it. You know, like the worst thing that happens if you bring everything with you is you go from Fort Sterling to Bridgelock, and then the next thing you know, you have to transfer all your stuff, Bridgewatch, and then you have to bring all your stuff down south, and you get ganked along the way because you did something stupid and put everything on one mount.
Well, we have a week. It's time to prep. Get ready, or you might have some surprises. And of course, there will be a lot more people trying to get these people who prepare late, or get the people who, try on the last minute to figure out where they should place their hideout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very exciting week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to cover as much of it as I can for you guys. I'm going to be solo for a good chunk of it, so give me a bit of leniency on this. But I'll try to do the best I can, because it's really important that we do something for it. I think this is a one-time event where we're going to see some really interesting action. And depending on how all this goes down, it could be the most entertaining time in all of Albion's history. Or it could be a very slow and plodding, boring affair. Like, we don't know if you're able to even we don't know if you can claim anything yet, Bogul. We might find that this is just like when they released all the territories north of Cumbria and Anglia. And you could just go there and see them, yet nothing could happen. You couldn't place anything. Maybe that's what it is. We don't know yet. They haven't told us all the deets. But I believe it's going to be the most exciting time we've ever experienced in all of Albion, and I will make sure my ass is in the chair watching it. Nice. Because I'm super excited. But I think we need to transition the show now. I think we gave the good hints. It's really super important to have the ability to go with plan B. You don't need to expect to lose, but prepare for the possibility that you need to change your plan. Like, don't be that big guild that gets completely screwed because you didn't think that something bad could happen.
Like,
I want everybody to succeed, huh?
Like Money Guild?
Money Guild. Oh God. All right, that's something we need to talk about. Actually, it didn't come up yet. It was news today. Money Guild will be disbanding and reforming into a new guild with Team Casualty. Yeah, they are reforming under a new guild. Naming options are available. It's not super confirmed yet, but it sounds like it is. Like with Derek playing League of Legends for the last month, and the decline in points of Money Guild, and then the change in situation with just like the lack of activity, and then this message that I saw posted this morning. I don't know 100% if the image is real, but I think the money team is coming out. I think it's going to be the money team.
Interesting.
Or Team Money. As long as it's not Guild Casualty. As long as it's not Guild Casualty. That's basically the advice I gave them. Don't be Guild Casualty. It's a bad statement to make on day one. Go with Money Team or Team Money. Like, go with it.
Yeah. I mean, on the rankings, we see Black Order overtaking Money Guild, so that's one thing. And of course, we will try and report that. And honestly, I personally hope that Derek will be available for an interview with you post Queen, because I suppose that's the last thing we can mention before we I don't know, end the show.
Well, I want to do shout outs and stuff because we
Sure.
have a lot of questions, and some of these questions I would like to get to. And there were some that actually we missed in chat by some new players who had some very basic questions, and I'd like to give them an opportunity to ask them again. And I also want to give out more gold. So during the last 15 minutes of the show, we're going to give out tons of prizes.
Yay. So then I suppose my PSA is that Shozen is still looking for an interview partner or 3 for the week post Queen. I will only be here for the first 2 days, and then Shozen needs somebody to talk to. So if you are somebody who has opinions, who is famous, infamous, just very loud, any of these 3 things, and you want to come on this very show and talk about Queen with Shozen, next week is your chance. Get in touch with Shozen, ideally on Discord, and then we can arrange for all further details. We would love to hear everybody's first impressions.
Yeah, we're trying to get a diverse group of people to be on the show, and so far I think we've done pretty good. We're trying to get the current GM of Team Casualty. She was recommended as a player to talk to, and I still really would like to talk to her. However, she has not replied to any of my messages. The ladies don't like it when I slide in their DMs, apparently. So if anybody knows Kizara or Kizara, I have never spoken to her. I don't know how to even pronounce her name. But if somebody could get her to understand that I'm not trying to creep on her, I just want to know what's up with Team Casualty version 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it. If you have somebody you really think should be on the show and who really should be a voice for your community, get in touch with Shozen and we will happily arrange that for this and very likely next week. Okay, shoutouts. Let's see. What do we have?
All right, let's hit those. Well, while we're doing that, before you hit the shout out, Bogul, everybody, there is a raffle going on. This is for 1750. We're going to pull 2 of them. So hurry up and get in it. Yeah.
Quick logistical questions. Are we having Albion live later today?
No Albion live today. We have no GVGs. I might. Well, actually, I was going to say I might leave the stream on and show the crystal realms, but I'm not in charge of that today. That is a question for somebody else.
Okay.
Oh boy, this one's going too fast. Okay. Let's see if I can pause the screen. We have a quick question about Carleone, where the fight is going to happen, and how do we know what to do there if we join? Who's going to lead, or where to see detailed information? I could not ask faster since the delay is 10 minutes. Yep, you're right. You can't talk in the chat until 10 minutes. I mean, could you explain it step by step, first time? P.S. I kind of think it's like a social experiment to see whether you join the fight or not. That kick or draw kind of mentality. Okay. I believe that each portal, starting like in Mercia, there are a number of portals, okay? And then starting at 21 UTC, each portal will start to be assaulted in order. And as they fall, the next one will start to be under attack. You'll be able to go to the black market merchant and get free gear and use that to defend it on the other side of the portal in Mercia. At least that's what I believe is the case at this point.
We don't know, right?
We don't know for sure.
We don't know if there's like a big group. We don't know if there's people going to be, oh, look, a bunch of people are zoning out. Let's farm the portal of players and just ignore the mobs. That's an opportunity or, possibility in a sandbox game, right? So there might be a bunch of players who just band together with the Avalonians and, just go like, well, gear sets. But whether or not there will be like a big raid or something, I think there should be messages in-game in the client, but there's no further details as to how this works exactly. Maybe towards the end of the week, or maybe on that day there will be another reminder with more details. But so far that's the only thing we know, the time. And that you'll get limited amounts of free stuff.
One thing I want to say here, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to get a clarification on this because it just came up in chat. I believe that the portal locks will be completely reset on Queen. Like everybody's portal lock will just be reset. Like you just won't have one on Monday. So that if you participate in this Mercia event on Sunday, you won't have to worry about being locked because you went through the portal on Monday when you go back to do things. So you might have a lock for an evening because you went through the portal and you don't want to run back through. But I believe that everybody will be able to be fine on Monday. And I will try to get a confirmation for that for everybody because I think that's very important to people's ability to enjoy this event.
Okay.
But also, people are saying that nobody will play the event. They'll just farm sets. I don't believe that's the case because I believe these sets are going to be like ethereal, if you will. They're limited sets. I believe they're just going to go away after a time. I believe that you'll get to use them.
So.
If you die, they go away.
You'll just get them for free for a limited amount of time.
I don't know. I think they go away. I think otherwise it's. I don't want to. Who knows? But Bogul, also PSA. I sent you a link. We've been telling people all week and all week beforehand and the week before that the GVGs would be over. Guess what? They're not over.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What is this? What?
GVGs are still continuing on as farms can still attack home plots.
What?
Okay.
But no, like farm towers cannot attack other resource towers?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Funstealer says he's been told that there will be a big information dump tomorrow. And Link the Hobo has returned to congratulate all the top minds of Albion for all the preparation and hard work they've done in preparing to get their guilds into the best position for Queen.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what he said. I paraphrased it a little bit. We have 15 shout-outs. All right. Shout out from Pando Baron. FYI, if you want associate fees on a mage tower in Fort Sterling, PM Pando Barons in game. Send me mail. Pando Barons with an S.
Pando Barons. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a good deal. All right. Funstealer says, okay, I thought that was just a lot of K's at first, Funstealer. I was like, I can't say that. Squawk!
Dude.
I think that's how that's pronounced. Exxon Fang. Brave Newbies is always recruiting new players. No obligations or requirements. Tons of daily PvP and PvE content and free gear replacement. Our focus is new players and making sure they can thrive in a non-toxic environment.
Wow.
Hooney Boy.
That's two different worlds, isn't it? Like the first shout out and the second one. Oh, well.
Hooney Boy says, shout out to Bogul.
Aw.
Shout out, Bogul. Yeah.
Aw.
Albion News 24. Newbie is recruiting for Queen. Join the hordes in newbie dominance of Albion or just have fun playing, gaming. Either works. I have a video I'm supposed to play for them, but I don't have it queued up for today. I have to get that for tomorrow. Sorry, guys. We do owe you that. Yeah. Funstealer. Thanks for the free bags, Bogul. All that hard work to give us for free by the dawn.
He paid for it, so I don't see. I'm similar to a weapons merchant. Like I sell, and whatever you do with that bag is your thing.
Yeah, so, whatever you do with that bag, it's your own business. If you put it on somebody's head, he's not going to say a thing.
Fun Sponge says, "Hey Bogul, can you answer my Discord PM about renting islands?" Fun Sponge, I don't have you in. What's your Discord name, sir? And I don't see a current one. How old is that? If that's older than like 3 days, I apologize, but it might have been lost. Ping me again.
Redo it. Try again. We get a lot of messages on Discord, and I apologize. The survey, for example, put about 25 names I don't normally have in my PMs at the top of my PMs, and I was just completely confused. So a lot of people just got lost. I really do apologize for that. Norgadanon, HH, that's for Hustlin' Hitmans.
Oh.
How do you see Hustlin' Hitmans in the season rankings? You type their name correctly into season rankings.
Hitmans. There you go. 6th place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, 6th place?
Yeah. Arrow 404, RIQ.
Holy crap, when did that happen?
Hustling Hitmans. I don't know.
Oh my God. No, I've been making mistakes all season long. I don't think I said their name once this season.
Well, they are.
No, I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. Bogul, we did not pay attention to Hustlin' Hitmans.
Well, something we have to do better next thing. I hope you get a plot and you don't end up being Zorn.
You know what? Try to get a hold of me, guys, and we'll do an interview. I owe you. Just straight up. Try to get a hold of me. We'll do an interview. I owe you.
Do we have any big declarations, by the way? Like on launch, where people said, these guys will have something for sure. And then on day 2, people are like, Do we have anything like this? Or is everybody just trying to keep quiet and keep secrets?
Yeah, I would. So far, nobody is saying where they're going and like declaring like this is mine, come get me. Though Torthor still has time. So it's. I don't think anybody's going to do that right now. There are rumors that the big 3 said you can go here, you can go here, and you can go here, but that's the end of the agreement. No like nobody's gonna say you can't fight each other or you can't attack each other. But the first day, apparently, they all have kind of an agreement to go into 3 different locales, so they're not on top of each other. But that's just a rumor, and it's not substantiated by any of those leaders confirming it with me.
Oh.
And I like, it's becoming less likely as now. I mean, Derek, how is he really going to pull that off with no guild? I mean.
Money Guild still
I
has
wish them the
55
best.
characters.
I wish them the best, but they're reforming their guild and combining with Team Casualty.
Really?
So I wish them the best. And it's never easy when you do that, when you reform the guild. You never know exactly what's going to happen and how the whole thing is going to go down. But Derek is, to me, the king of Albion. And unfortunately, the NPCs are kicking him out of his castle. So
the NPCs?
Yeah, like the devs, however you want to put it, he's finally being removed from the game. I mean, not from the game, but from his castle. He's no longer in Mercy. There's nothing he can do about it, and now he has to fight to get back in just like everybody else. And you have to wonder, has the hierarchy of Albion been reset? Will this be an opportunity for new kings to arise? Should we just toss out the old monarchies and say, you're just a Prince Mojo now?
I think it's time. Yeah. I would like a big bucket, throw everybody in, shuffle them around, and be like, all right, let's see who floats on the top and see how this goes.
Yeah, I don't have my tool for looking at crystals even tonight, Bogul. I remember when my computer went down, I have not reinstalled everything. I knew there was something I hadn't done yet. I don't have that tool installed. So no crystals today in the background.
Okay, well, by
More
the way,
shout-outs.
I answered that PM. I just got another PM and I said yes. So it was about renting islands. I have some islands for it. That's possible. Mazarin Myth, shout out question mark. All right.
Yeah, well, that's I can explain that. Today is Mazarin's first day here, and I gotta say, big props to Mazarin because he was here no longer than 5 minutes when he subbed.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Congratulations.
Do you get anything for subbing? No, right?
Well, no, you get emotes.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we do pretty nice. You know? I think we give a lot of content out for your subscription. You get 6 subs. One of which is a big clap. Another which is Judy Boots. You get an F to throw in chat. F for Money Guild right now. Fancy F in chat for Money Guild, guys. I want to see lots of fancy Fs in chat for Money Guild. Right this. Wait, do I not have? Here I am not subbed to my channel anymore. What the?
Follow the train, CJ says. All you had to do was follow that damn train, CJ? I don't get that. Chosen help. What's this? All you had to do was follow that damn train, CJ.
All you had to do was follow that damn train, CJ. Bogul, I don't know. It might be one of those things.
All right.
Huh? I thought I unlocked this. I just unlocked. Oh, there it is. I got it. Boom. We can all unlock F in chat because I believe you all have points. Here's one of the cool things about points, guys. If you go down to the little energy things, you can buy yourself an F for the next 24 hours, and you can buy the ability to pay respect to Money Guild with points, and it costs you nothing but the time you already sat in here, and it means one less time you can say, shout out to Bogul.
Sturmwolf DK says, shout out to medicine. Hopeful it will make me well before Queen hits. Oh, shout out to medicine. Get well, I suppose. Enjoy watching us and watching the VODs while you're sick and in bed. I think we have like 200 episodes or something. Maybe.
Yeah, we have a lot. Yeah. Rummy's highlighted something. He wants to have a question to answer, and I don't think he had enough points to do a full-on shout-out. By the way, I didn't search yet. Anyone knows if the stuff on war camps gets teleported back to city banks? Yep, it does. You're good. It's in the chest.
I will link you a thing if you're still there that has all the details about migration rules for your stuff in chests in territories in the Outlands, mostly.
All right. Comrade Foster, items in Guild Island Bank or Player Island Bank will be moved to. Yes. Once again, Bogul just linked that. If it's in the static chest in the center of an island, right? On the Guild Island, on your personal island, on your home plot, in a territory. Yep.
The islands you don't need to do anything with.
You don't need to do anything. I'm just saying all those are going to work under this. Like, they're all just going to move. Like, if you move your island, it moves. If your tower goes away, it moves to your island. Like, nothing is. The only things that are getting destroyed and not moving properly are the chests and buildings that are in plots. So if you had a player-made chest, whether it's like a Morgana chest that you may have gotten from a reward, or like a player chest, like you actually make at the tool shop and put down into a building. The stuff inside those boxes, if you don't move it yourself ahead of time and put it into a static chest, it will get destroyed.
That only applies for the Outlands.
Oh yeah, not for your home island. For places that are getting destroyed, like in the Outlands. Like, your island is not getting destroyed. Your island is fine.
Yeah, and you don't need to do anything with your island, your guild island, or your private island. They will just sort of rearrange the entry point. That's what will change, nothing else.
I definitely should not have mentioned islands at all in explanation. I really convoluted that question. All right, Sturmwolf DK. I love the smell of burnt Avalonians in the morning. Jonah Chili. Cool. I wonder, I haven't smelled them myself yet. I don't have that adaptation for my computer. I did see that it was out. It's a little gross. I would rather have like a 3D for the money. I'm just saying, than smell-o-vision. Wow.
MT3BF says, shout out to MT3B, best halberd EU and NA. Who's that guy?
That's nice when you do your own shout outs. Like when somebody says, you have any shout outs to make? Yeah, I'd like to shout out myself. I'm the best Albion caster that's ever been on Albion. And just wanted y'all to know that I'm shout out to Shozen 1, the Shozen 1. Best Albion caster, all of Albion. Sorry, MT3BTFG. Good stuff. Yeah, I know you're too good, man. I liked it. It was a good shout out. I had fun with it.
I had to turn it down because you were very red.
Yeah, I was probably very loud.
Sorry. Okay. There is a question in chat. What about laborers? Do they get destroyed? Again, stuff that's on your personal or guild island will not at all be affected. Only the entry point to that place will be moving. So nothing needs to be torn down or rebuilt or whatever. The only stuff that needs to get attention is if your guild has a territory plot in the Outlands, and only the stuff that is player made, like houses or guild halls and the chests that you can place inside houses and the territories. So stuff that's in your bank chest is fine. Again, I think we might have to say that like 15 times over the next few days.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this one a lot.
All right.
Okay. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I got another raffle going. Safiana and Little Boy won that raffle. Little Boy claimed his prize. Safiana did not claim her prize. Safiana just claimed her prize. I've got a new raffle open. It's for $37.50. It's for two $37.50 prizes. And I know all of you guys want this because otherwise, when you move all your stuff to Queen and you get completely cucked out of your location and they say, hey, it's time to move your stuff, you won't have the money to do it. But you won the raffle today, so you're good. You go, I won. I don't care. I can move my stuff. I can pay. I'll just put it on an ox and then transfer and pay the transfer cost. I'm that baller with loot. You can say that if you win $37.50. No, I don't really think you can. I think moving shit is really, really expensive.
End of show?
I think it's the end of show, guys.
Okay. So tomorrow, what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Wednesday, and Wednesday is generally War Report Day, but I think we're going to do a flex day tomorrow where we talk about Queen stuff.
More Queen stuff. Hopefully we can talk about all the information that we are supposed to get. If we don't have information yet, I think we'll just hang out on the staging server and show footage.
I would like to show stuff on the staging server. There's some really good stuff there. Yeah, I think we can pull that off. We've got a lot of highlights. Will the outposts, resets, villages on the Outland continent have an expedition master? I don't know.
No,
like he's talking about those little cities.
Yeah,
that we don't really have a name for it.
They have a marketplace and they have a repair station. That's what I know. And I don't think they will have an expedition dude, girl, mage thing. So I think the answer is no.
You can get them in an outpost, though.
And hideouts.
Or hideout. Why am I saying outpost? Hideout. This is going to take me 6 months just to get the names right on this Bogul. It's really going to be rough. Zilmer wants to know, is Freddie Mercury going to be playable in the Queen update? I don't know. There are some cosmetic options, but I didn't see the donkey teeth. So you might be able to get them, but it's going to be crew cut, donkey teeth. I don't know. It's maybe, hopefully. I think it should. Sternwolf folk smells his finger. He smelled his own finger. I don't know why. Or is he asking to smell my finger? No. I'm not smelling your finger. Did you guys talk about the Starkey death? 30 million death? Actually, I don't think we ever did. Bogul, I don't think we ever talked about Starkey's death. The guy who died for 30 million fame last week. We were supposed to bring it up for F and Chat Friday, and we never did.
I mean, I have it on the background now. It's a dude carrying a lot of relics, 8.1, or relic gear rather. That's all, in the range of 1 to 3 million per item that you see here. And that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 20 of these times 4 times 2. It's a good chunk.
And I've heard both theories, one that it was stat padding, one that it was not, and I kind of lean to the not stat padding, to be honest. From what I heard, he legit died and then was just like, fuck it, happens to the best of us, and he was just like resigned after
I hear he was guided by Captain Rushard's former scout.
Oh. Yeah, Sabotage says that he was moving stuff and it was not stat padding. I've heard that as well. I've heard his reaction to it. And so far, the only thing I've heard for stat padding is that people think it's stat padding. That's it. No proof, nothing that really looks like it, nothing that I can really sticks out real bad.
It's basically one of everything that's maybe going for sale in some city. Mm-hmm. Oh well. Don't move your stuff like this, guys. Be different.
Legit real money transaction, nothing special. Theory. Heard it as well. RMT. Heard it as well. I see no proof of that. From what I've heard, it was a guy moving stuff and he got ganked. Rip. Bad mistake, bad pathing, the whole deal. It's happened to all of us. If you pretend that you haven't been ganked, you can keep pretending. Or you don't play. One of the two. Do we have anything? Yeah, I have that raffle. That's the last thing we have.
Okay.
Sabotage 420 says, Starkey suicided on a battle eagle one time because he didn't want to travel all the way back to town. I believe it because I used to do that with my direwolves when I had legit too much in-game money and was kind of being, how do I say this? Like, I wanted to reward the people who killed me. I had just gotten a job with SBI and I didn't think it was necessary for me to keep building a giant ball of loot. And I gave away hundreds of millions of silver in loot over a 2-month period.
Good times.
I had a good time.
Could have given it to me.
I did give you a big chunk of money, Bogul.
Really?
Yeah, and you paid me back.
Really?
Yeah.
The second part is the more interesting thing.
Yeah, that you actually paid somebody back?
No,
yeah.
that I don't remember neither of those two interactions, of course.
Gosh, see, now I'm concerned. No, I do remember this. We got islands out of the deal. All right, let's see. Anything else that we have to deal with on stream?
You did the raffles. You told everybody the rest of the week's plan and schedule, I suppose, and we did shoutouts. And that's it for today, I think.
Somebody sent a video they told me to watch here. It's a gank. Somebody on a tower. Okay. Do you want to throw that up in the background while I pull the raffle? It's just without sound. You can just throw it up at somebody getting killed with a lot of stuff. It's not bad. By Nick Jonas. And it's always embarrassing when one of the Jonas brothers kills you.
Diora Mortis. It's playing in the background. Do the raffle thing.
All right, doing the raffle. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We're here Monday through Friday, 18 UTC. The schedule will be changing with Queen. I have no idea what it's going to finally be, but it will still probably be 5 days a week. We're going to try to bring you crystal coverage of all the big tournament matches, whether it's the Saturday matches, the Sunday matches, or the late Tuesday matches. We want to bring you lots of good stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's pull that raffle.
Drum roll.
Where's the ad coming from?
What ad? I don't get ads.
I don't know. I just started hearing an ad in the background. It was really confusing. It was for farmers insurance.
All right.
Wait. Why isn't my raffle working? Oh, guys.
Huh?
Bogul.
What?
The raffle didn't go.
What do you mean it didn't go?
It didn't go. We got to start it over.
No.
Yeah, we got to start all the way from the beginning. I thought we had the raffle going. It wasn't.
Oh no. So nobody won? Did you
Nobody won.
You announced people. Do you remember who that was?
No, those people won. This is for the 3750. These people haven't.
Oh. Okay. That sounds like a scam, but sure, let's do it. How does that work? So we don't have to do anything different. We just have to wait for people.
No, we just have to wait a few moments. It's gonna be fine. We're letting it roll in.
Okay.
We're just letting him roll in. I'm gonna wait until it stops rolling. We're at 71. That was pretty quick. 71 entries into the raffle.
Wow.
76. You guys got a little bit longer. Come on, keep hitting that raffle button. Like your SORAB, pound that button. Come on, get it out there. Everybody's got the same chance of it being rigged. Oh, no, you don't. OG Strem entered the raffle. You're all screwed. Between him and... Okay, what are the chances that Sternwolf or OG win this raffle?
Based off of the last 2 months of show, one of those two guys winning probably 10-1 or something.
Yeah, probably pretty high up there. They got at least a 20% chance, but I think it's better than 10-1.
What do we do if they win again? We just pull another one? Because that's
no, cool. I'll give it to them.
All right. Some people are just lucky.
And they didn't get it.
Okay.
What's poppin', Easy? Has won the raffle.
Nice.
Scalapello won the raffle. You guys have won the raffle. That was easy. Hey, guys, you've won the raffle. Message me. You're all set. You guys will get $37.50. That's more than enough to totally get screwed over in your city move and still be able to afford to get back on track afterwards. So you can listen to your guild leader who told you to be there with your island on day one, with everything in Fort Sterling. Not have to worry about it. You can do that. You can make that mistake now. You have the loot to pull it off. The rest of you guys don't do that. Wait a couple of days. Pay attention to what's going on around your portal. Know where your portal's going to be. Know what you need to do before you get there. Make sure it's the place where you want to live. Don't just make that choice ahead of time. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.